Hello everyone, and welcome back to, where are we? Silverrun Forest, that's where we are, for episode 7 in our What the Forestry series. Now, we're continuing on from the previous episode. We are now in week 4 of November, taking on the second of those rock crushing contracts that we had. And I was just coming up here onto this sort of ridge to check out and have a look for any errant rocks that I may have missed just sort of up this way, because it's sort of, there's this little curve right over the top of the road down there, and I happened to notice that on one of the rocks just over here there is one of those collectibles, one of the little wooden statues that the museum has lost and is paying good money to have back. Yes, it looks like a sparrow or something. So let's pick it up and see what it is. Ah, kingfisher. Yes, can you tell I know nothing about birds? So we have 18 more to go, and we got a lovely 50 grand off of that. Well, I mean, you can't go wrong there, can you? That is pretty good. But yes, so we are coming back down here to get in this thing, this loud and shouty beast. Let's see where we are on the contract. I think we've got about 4 or 5 left. Oh, 2. We've only got 2 left. That's not bad. It's better than I was expecting. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything on the right here. It doesn't look like it. So that means they are probably going to be in the bushes down here. That is going to be my guess anyway. So we are going to have to march on through these woods and see what we can find. Ah, there's one. Fantastic. And an interesting thing that some people may not know about this rock crusher thing, the jackhammer, whatever it is, if you unfold it, it tilts down, which may or may not be useful. But it's an interesting feature, gets you a slightly better angle sometimes, it can be helpful. So yeah, we have that one done any minute now. Come on. There we go. That's that one done. And that just leaves us with one more to find. Is that it? That's it. Yes, there it is. Lovely. Okay. Smash that in there. And let's get this contract finished. Ah, splendid, there we go. Nice, so we can stop that now from doing its thing. And let's go find our truck again. Okay, where are we? Back down to the track. There we go. The eagle-eyed among you may have noticed we took the tracks off of this thing in favour of regular tyres. Now, we had to pay $500, I think it was, for these Trelleborg tyres, but they seem to be working a little bit better for us, because for some reason the tracks were sort of sliding everywhere and just generally being a bit awkward. Not quite sure what was going on, but yeah. So now all we need to do is start this up. And we are going to cash in these 2 contracts. So we didn't actually need to do them well, we did need to do them. That's why we found that handy dandy thing. So let's collect that one and collect that one. So yeah, we've got a couple more contracts there we might look at. We haven't done a log transporting one since we got the new John Deere. I mean, I say new John Deere, it's not really new, is it? But yeah, since we got that John Deere, I don't think we've actually done a log transporting contract. So we might have to try that. But for now, I'm going to take this little lot back up to the hilltop, up to our farm, and we'll settle in and see what we are going to do for the rest of the week. Day/week. Yeah, because we've got a few projects in mind to do. We've got more trees to cut down. We've got some landscaping work to do. We do need to consider getting our field going at some point, which means we'll need to probably rent a soil sampling piece of equipment. That would come in very handy. That way we can find out exactly how good or bad our soil is. And knowing my luck, it will probably be bad, but hey ho, such is life, as they say. So yeah, we'll head back up to the farm and see you there in a little while. Okay, we are back once again, and I just wanted to show off a little bit of the work that we've done down here now. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a path laid out. This is just sort of skimmed off mud. There's no actual gravel or anything down yet, but yeah, we've extended this area a little bit, levelled everything off, or sort of smoothed everything off rather, so hopefully there aren't too many lumps and bumps floating around. But yeah, we've got this sort of track coming up here now, up to the barn, or shed, or whatever you want to call this thing, and we did a little bit over by the chicken coop over there as well. But for now, what we are going to do is come up here, and in fact we're going to back this out of the way because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to club it with a tree. Now, there are some bits here we'll have to landscape as well. Just basic smoothing stuff, just running over it with the smoothing tool, but I didn't show it the first time, but we might go through it the second time. Once we've got some of these trees cut down. And that's our next task. We're going to get the rest of these trees finished off. That way we can basically get this field done and ready to go. Because it is, it's about time that if we can get it done quick at least, we can maybe get it prepped before December starts and throw in a little bit of winter wheat or something like that. Winter barley, whatever you want to call it. And see what we can get out of it. Okay, if I get off that tree, that'll help a bit. There we go. Yeah, so that's our plan for now, is just to get this done. We'll have to look into buying a roller. I think we talked about the other episode. Just some kind of small roller to push these stones back into the ground, because there's not really a lot that is going to be worth picking up. So yeah, we'll just do that, just shove them back in. We also are thinking down that hillside, sort of the main entrance, I guess you could call it. Crikey, that's a little thin twiggy twig. We can throw this one on by hand, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now, one thing we do need to do now that I think about it is get a slightly longer tree from somewhere to make into our measuring stick, because this one is 5.6 meters, and our trailer now, the newer, longer, better trailer, is a little bit longer than that. Yeah, I mean, this is 5.6. This is probably a good 6 meter trailer at least. So if we can cut something down that is going to be a bit longer and still movable by hand, which I don't think this one is going to be. It's a bit too thick, I think. Yeah, because we'd be looking at probably about that sort of distance, and that is, yeah, it's just too heavy. I mean, there might be something. We maybe could get away with some dead wood. Like I say, we are going to have to try and get something that is thin enough that the tree itself will be the correct height, and we won't have to, or the correct length rather. Like this one might actually work. I wasn't planning on going quite this far in, but if we chop it off close enough to the ground, no one will ever notice. Oh dear, that got a bit of a spin on, didn't it? Wonder what was going on there. Okay. Come on. There we go, got that last little bit. Yeah, because like that very first measuring stick we had was a wee bit on the old, what do you call it, the wobbly side once a storm had arrived. Obviously we don't want to have something like that happen again, so we shall use this one, hopefully. This will be a... oh crumbs, managed to get it stuck in there. That's the one thing about picking stuff up by hand with certain trailers, it doesn't always sit on them well. Oh yeah, this one's going to be great. Okay, let us chop the end off there. Lovely, and we shall use this for our new measuring stick. I wonder how long it is too. Is it in fact 7 meters? It's exactly 7 meters. Well, wouldn't you look at that? That is fantastic. I like that. So yeah, that is our new measuring stick for now. We shall go by its length, and we'll get some of these trees cut down and stacked up, measured, put on the old trailer there, and probably get them down to the sawmill, because we do have at the moment... well, that's an interesting thing, I wonder. Oops. We've got an X. If I... ooh, this could be interesting. Ah, no, we can only put one mark on at a time. I did remember that. But I was going to say we could put multiple marks on the tree and then cut it that way. Now, there's probably a better mark for this, but if we go by roughly the middle of that X, it's about there. That part is 7.1 meters long, so we cut it slightly longer than necessary. But that'll be okay. And we get that one. Now these are 700 kilos. Yeah, we'll probably want to pick these ones up individually, I would guess, rather than trying to group them together and pick them up 2 or 3 at a time. I don't think that's going to be a viable option. But we shall do what we can. This one we can grab ourselves. Lovely. And it's only 169 kilos. But yeah, if we just pop this on here quick, we'll have a little look at the production and see how it's getting on. Okay, so we've got almost 3,000 litres in storage of planks. That'll be 3 pallets. And I think we have 2 pallets sitting outside at the minute as well. So that should all work out quite nicely. Now these little bits, I know one of them's our previous measuring stick. We might throw those on the back of the Volvo in there just for fun and shenanigans. And yeah, just for the sake of keeping them. Maybe we'll save them until we can get a wood chipper of some sort. That could be handy. Now this, oh yeah, this tree was marked. I was wondering if it was or not. Okay, let's chop this one down. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on doing this, get these trees all done and dusted and settled on the trailer. We'll take them down to the sawmill this time, since we don't need to get cash for this load. We'll pop it into the sawmill and go with it from there, because the more we can make in terms of planks, then the better we'll do at selling, because obviously the planks will come into their price range later on next year. And since we are chunking along to December, oops, keep getting out the can. yeah, since we are fast approaching December now, we want to sort of make as much money as we can in the long run. And that is one of those wood chippy pieces. Yeah, I don't think there are any small wood chippers available, but I mean we could maybe rent something. That probably wouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, that one's just over our weight limit, but that's okay. So yeah, I will carry on with this, and I'll see you all again once we've got most of these trees cleared out, I think. Perhaps when we come back and start doing some of the bush trimming and stump grinding and whatnot. Okay, we are back for a brief moment here. And I should have got those little tiny sticks out of the way first, but of course I didn't. Yes, as you can see, we've got the majority of those trees chopped down now. I think that is pretty much as far as we are going to go with the field, at least for the immediate future. So what we are going to do now is start picking up some of these trees, because we need to get what we can loaded, and if I can remember how the crane operates, get some of this stuff onto the trailer. And we're probably going to run it down to our to the sawmill to process, but we might wait till the morning just in case anything else appears on the old shop sales, because you never know, we might need to make a little bit of money in a hurry. It happens. Yeah. Cool, I tell you, I'm liking this crane. If anyone has not used this crane yet, I would definitely recommend it. It is a properly good little add-on. I'll have to see if I can find out who the manufacturer of it is. But yeah, it is much more sort of intuitive than the Volvo one was, and the gripping portion of it works so much better. As you can see, I did not have any trouble picking up that massive log there. I think that one weighed almost an entire ton. It didn't quite go down far enough on that, low enough to get the claw underneath it. Did we get that one? I think we did. Oh no, we're sort of gripping it in the side, but hopefully that will be okay. Take it over here, give it a spin, give it a drop, and give it a swing on out there. A little bit more. Lovely. Smashing. Yeah, it's working out pretty good, I think. I do not think we are doing too badly. Now, we're going to make sure we get the big ones, or the heavier trees first. In fact, I'm going to reattach all those straps quick, since we're on a little bit of an incline now. Don't want anything inappropriate happening to us. Oops. Okay. Yeah, not too bad at all. Oops. Just going down a little bit too far into the ground and almost tipping us over. But at least it wasn't quite as bad as driving down the hill the other day and really going for a Burton on the thing there. Let's extend that out. Drop that down. Turn them off, raise that up, give that a little bit of a twist. Wasn't quite as good as I was hoping. There we go, that'll do. It's a little bit wonky, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. They'll settle eventually, I hope. Oh dear, I hope we're not too close to that one. That should be fine. Oops. Be more fine if I don't try and ruin the tractor on the wherever that thing was just then, the side of the one of the pole things. Never sure what they're called. Spurs maybe, poles. Who knows. Now this is another fairly chunky one. Which we will need to do that too. Swing it around this side. Oh dear, raise it up a little bit first. Spin it this way. Get the heavy end up here this time. There we go. And just raise it up and twizzle it around slightly. Give it a drop off there. Didn't go quite as planned. Maybe we can... There we go. That's better. That's got that in there. Lovely. So yeah, we'll pick the rest of these up. Starting to get dark, so yeah, I think we'll grab those. We might use the lights on the tractor just to clear up this these few stumps and little bits of grass that we got going on here. But other than that, I think we are pretty much we've seen all the important stuff for the night. Okay, it is now the morning of the first week in December, and we are off on a little bit of a mission. Now, just being careful on this little road here, we haven't straightened it out as much as we need to yet, but hopefully... Oh crikey, gone the wrong way. Hopefully it is not going to be too bad. If I could see what I was doing, that would help. Yeah, we'll probably have to tidy this up a little bit more in the future, but for now it will do. But yes, we got the trees and everything cleared up last night before we stopped for a bit of a nap. You can see there the John Deere in the background is loaded with logs, and we were going to take them down to the sawmill today, this morning, but something else has occurred, and it's a very useful something. So we are on our way to grab some wood pallets, not wood pallets, some wood planks, the pallets that we've got coming out of our sawmill. If I could remember what all these things were called. Yeah, we're coming out to grab those and take them off to sell, because if I check the pricing on them, it's not the best at the moment, but we are going to need a spot of cash quick. See, wood itself is still fairly low unless you're using containers or sending to Elm Creek. However, planks, where are planks? They should be just down here. There they are. Planks we can still get at 2,200 for at the boatyard, or even 2,300 down at Silverrun Market. So we are going to load up. We should have, I think there's 2 sat outside, plus potentially 5 pallet loads inside the sawmill itself. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to be careful not to tip it over this time. I mean, different trailer, of course, but oh dear, we got the flickery trees again. I shall have to try and sort that out at some point. But yes, so if we come down here, can... Okay, we're going to need to open that and slide those out, and it's sliding just a bit, but there we go. So turn that off for now, and hop in this thing and grab some of these pallets, because we need a bit of extra money. And as soon as I get these off, get these out from in here, we're going to have to shrink the pallet forks. Can I do it from in this view? Possibly. I have to shrink them a tiny bit more. Let's see if we can... Oh, we can. Lovely. If I just lift that out of the way, there's a chance another one will pop in underneath it. but I may have to move it out of the thing entirely, which is fine. We'll take this over, and of course there it goes. We'll plonk this on the trailer and grab some more. Of course that's the worst position possible. There we go, that's better. Now we should be able to get these on too wide, I think. Might have to just push that one across a little bit. With a gentle nudge, there we go. A bit more, perfect. Okay. So yes, the reason we are selling these now is because, let's see, that was not correct, there we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's 2. Yes, yeah, so the, rude. Almost got it off the forks, but no. There we go, that's better. So, yes, like I was saying, the reason for selling these quick now is, if we go down to the sales, this has appeared. And this is absolutely perfect for what we need. It's a little harvester. It doesn't have to be huge. It's a fairly small grain tank. I mean, I say that 5,800 litres is not bad. That's just shy of the current capacity in the back on the back of our pickup truck. But this is a nice little harvester, and it appears we're getting a John Deere farm. So that seems to be the way we're progressing at the moment. But yep, so we are going to get that. And in fact, I shall load these up. Not sure quite how many more we've got. I could actually get out and check. I'm not sure we're going to have enough to actually get this on there as well, but it depends. No, we won't. Okay. Yeah, because we've got at least 2 more here. Let's see what it says in there. Oh yeah, there's 2 more in there as well. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of things in here, which is not bad, because if we're getting at least £2,000 per pallet, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be £14,000, which is not bad at all, and that will definitely help us along the way with everything we are trying to do. So, let's see. Get this one on here. Oops, a little bit too high there, but we are off. Lovely. So there should be that one and one more. Oops, didn't quite get the turn right there. But yeah, so with any luck, and there are also a couple of other odds and ends we are going to buy as well. Because I did notice last night that our field needs to be ploughed, and we don't have a plough, and if we want to get a good yield out of it, we are going to need to plough it, because that obviously will increase the yield, and for the first season it will reduce the possibility of weeds, I believe, too. Oh crumbs. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Lovely. Okay, get these 2 in. Now this one we're going to put, or these 2 I should say, we are going to put all the way across the axles here. If I done this right, we should have. Oops. Oh, close enough. Lovely. And we get the last one on. And for right now, we are going to leave the skid steer here, I think. Because, I mean, we can't do anything with it anyway. We don't have the room on the trailer to take these wood pallets and the skid steer. But we might come back for it before we head down to the shop. Because, like I say, there are a couple of other odds and ends that we need to pick up as well. So, what we are going to do is not push that off. We've had enough disasters. Oh, crumbs. No, get rid of that map. Don't need that. Lovely. Let me just pop around the other side and nudge that back on a bit. Because, yeah. That is... Actually, it's not as bad as it could have been. But it is still a little bit worse than I'd like. Let's give that whole pallet a gentle shove. There we go. No, reverse please, thank you. Probably gone and pushed it off the other end now, haven't I? That'll do. Okay, so let's turn that off. We'll leave that here. We have, yep, got all the planks out. So let's strap these things down. As poorly loaded as they are, at least they are strapped down now. And let's have a look and see where we're going to sell them. Because, yeah, we're looking like the... I mean, Elm Creek would technically be the best place, but we'd have to come back for our thing. I think, actually, we might be able to... Yeah, we'd have to get the train, and there's issues with the train. It does its peculiar thing of sometimes ejecting its... yeah, it's what you call it. The load that's on it. It has been known to eject that, which is perhaps not the best thing. Okay, now I don't want to do that. What we should be able to do, if I can get this lined up straight enough. Yes. And we can turn it off and lash it onto the trailer. Now that's the question. Do we want to take it back up and try and get it on the train? I mean, we could. It would be worth it. There's certainly a lot of money there. I think for now we're not going to worry. We're going to go to the Silverrun market, which is... I've got to find that. Tag of the place. Let's have a look on the old map. Silverrun market is just down there. Okay, so it's around the corner from the shop. That's perfect. So, what we shall do is wait for the train to go past, because otherwise we would get in a bit of a pickle. There we go. Smashing. Train's gone by and we're going to sneak out quick and probably break all manner of traffic code violations and apparently leave the skid steer behind. So I guess that didn't attach to it, which is strange and annoying. Let me try that again quick. Okay, we are down here now at the shop, the Silverrun market, and we did manage to get the skid steer lashed on the back, as you can see there, which is beautiful. So let's swing in here. I think this is where we sell the wood. Is this where we sell the wood? Or is it this one? Ah, this is the one where we sell the wood. Lovely. Oh, that's not good. Well, we made about 15.5 grand out of that, but as you can see, we've got a $600 environmental score penalty. That's not good. That is because we need to do something with our fields, or with our field, we have this piece of land and we don't have anything on it, but we've got a field and it looks a bit manky. So yeah, we need to fix that. But that is one of the reasons we are down here, in fact. So let us swing in here, and now there is a small chance we will actually need to buy another trailer to get some of this to work, because this one may not be good enough to take back the what's it called? Combine harvester. That's the thing. So let us go down here and have a look. Yeah, there's nothing else in the sales that we need, but we do want to get this. Yes, that's a fantastic bargain. That is too good to pass up. So we are going to get the United States of America, a America flag on there. Yes, that is looking lovely, flapping in the virtual breeze there. And we probably should put a license plate on it. So let's switch that up from the one. That's an interesting thing, that 555 LSD. Well, we will change that to where are we? FLD. Perfect. Okay, so that is our harvester. We are going to put beacons on it. That was the thing. Or I could change the tyres by accident. Beacons, there we go. So we've got a beacon on the front and a beacon on the back for an extra $320. That we can handle. Nothing else really we need to change. Tyres are fine as they are, the Mitas ones. Yeah, I think we are good. So let's purchase that before it disappears. And yeah, I have a feeling I'm just going to hop in it, start her up. Oh yes, that doesn't look too bad at all. And we're going to drive it over and just offer it. Yeah, there's no way this is going to fit on that trailer. No way at all. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, and it has a nice reversing alarm. That's annoying but handy. Handy but annoying? One of those things. Okay, let's have a look on the interior. Yeah, it looks very nice. I think this is going to be perfect for us. It is small enough that... okay then. Small enough that it's not going to be too big of an issue getting it transported around. And it's got a big enough grain tank, like I say, it will fill. That was 5,800, and our truck bed container there is, what else is it? It's 6,000 litres. So, yeah, I mean that should be perfect. So yeah, I'm going to head into the shop and buy a couple of other odds and ends. We're looking at getting some sort of a plough thing, and possibly one of those scanners for the soil. Yeah, I think we're going to rent one of those to get our environmental score up a little bit, because if we ever look at that, where are we? Is that the... oh, crikey, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Yeah, we have literally... ah, there it is. 37 environmental score. That's pretty bloody awful, if I'm honest. What have we got there? Yeah, we've got no sampling done, no tillage done. Obviously, pH, weed control, all that sort of stuff we can't do at the minute anyway. So yeah, we need to get something done on that so we don't lose money. So anyway, yes, I'm going to pop in here and I'll save you the rigmarole, the boring stuff of me flicking through the catalogues and looking at different things. And I'll see you back here in a few moments. Righty, we are back, and as you can see, we've got a new trailer sat out here. This cost us about $5 grand, $5.5 grand, give or take, and that should be perfect to transport the harvester on. But we'll have to come back and grab that at the moment because we've got a bit of a road train going on over here again. As you can see, we've got the Massey lashed on at the back there. Now what we've got here is a a skid steer attachment that picks up 3-point link tools, and with that we used that rather to get this rented Asaria Pro L65, I think it is. It's a special version of the Asaria Pro soil sampler that has a bigger range on it. And we've also got this Lizard RTM5. Now this is an interesting thing because it was fairly cheap for one. It was about £5 grand. It's about 5.5, 6 meters wide, but what it is a spader. Yes, which is interesting because I've not used a spader before. I figured we'd get that and give it a try. See how bad it could be. Oh yes. So let us head back up to the farm with all this and see how it goes. Because we've got quite a bit loaded on there. We will obviously have to come back down to get the harvester at some point, and potentially oh no, we are drifting to starboard slightly. Not starboard, port. Something is pushing us to the left side a bit. I'm not sure. That might be the skid steer being a little bit off centre at the back there. Yeah, that's not supposed to be like that. Okay, let's unstrap it quick and adjust that. Not quite sure why that was so misaligned, but for whatever reason it was. Not quite sure why, but hey ho. Okay, pop those back down on the top there, and they should be good to go. Hopefully no one is behind us honking. They are not. And we are off. It's still pushing us to the left side for some reason. Oh well, not quite sure what's going on there. But hopefully it won't impair us getting up to the farm. Just have to be careful going across the bridge. Maybe it's that what do you call it? The spader that's on there that's pushing us sideways. He's really going for it though, isn't it? Interesting. Very interesting. Yep, could be the wheels are off balanced on the trailer or something exciting. Oh, and I'm weaving all across the road here. And there's the train. We seem to be seeing a lot of that train recently. And the strobing shadows of doom again. Okay, well, fingers crossed we are going to be able to get this up here. Assuming we can get it over the oops, clouted down no entry sign there, but we are good. Very strange. See if that's helped at all. Well, ironically that might have. Nope, still doing it. I was just thinking if I perhaps moves. Maybe that's got it. Okay, that's got it. Smashing. So we just need to turn. We are really going to have to sort out a path up here. I know I keep saying that, but come on. Up the hill we go. Hopefully. Come on. You can do it, fancy truck. I know you can. Well, let's just leave that down there for now. We'll drive up with that in a bit. Get that back up here. I think that was what was holding us back. It was not quite set properly on there and causing us a bit of an issue. So we are just going to drive across the field for now. Squash some of those weeds with our fancy not tractor, pickup truck. Okay, get all that unhitched from there. Should be, I don't think we can pick any of this up there. That's fine. Well, I'll run down here and grab the skid steer quick and be back up in just a second. Right then, let's see about getting this stuff off the trailer. Assuming, there we go. There we go, okay. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to pick that up for a second. Now, this thing, I believe we can actually use it while it's attached to the skid steer, because it does have power, and it doesn't require a PTO for anything, which is a good thing. But for now, we're going to swing around here and just pop it in the shed. That will be something that we will need to do probably next time. However, the first thing we are going to do is test out this spader, because previously I was talking about just getting a roller for this field to just roll those stones in, but I have a feeling that if we're using this spader, it's going to dig up some potentially quite large stones, because being like a plough in terms of its sort of general farming function, I rather suspect that it is going to dig up quite a few chunky stones, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you know, if it's producing a lot of stones, then we can use that to our benefit, of course. And that will mean renting, possibly, or purchasing some sort of what do you call it? A stone picker. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, let's get this sorted and out of the way, because we will need to let's see. I'm not quite sure why we were going backwards there, but yeah, let's just take this down here and drop it off in front of the house for now. Okay, and I will also pop the crane to the side and detach the whole shebang right there, and that should be lovely. Okay, that's sat off to the side, propping itself up, and we can pick that up again later on. So yeah, let's grab this spader and see what it does. Now, as you can see, we are down to 15,000 again. Overall, this didn't cost as much as it could have done. The spader did come in a nice green colour that sort of matches the tractor. It's not a perfect John Deere green, but it's green. So, you know, figured why not. But yeah, essentially what this does, this one's slightly different from most, but essentially these things at the bottom will dig up the earth like a bunch of tiny spades hammering at it. It's like we've got a tool full of pixies or elves with shovels. Yes, that's what it is. That's not what it is at all. But let's turn it on. Yep, you can see them all spinning around dangerously. Okay, let's drop it in and give it a go. Oh dear, it's kicking up a bit of dust. Now it should, if we have a look at the old Maparoo here, we should see that yes, it needs ploughing, and of course you can't see behind the thing, of course, but yes, I'm hoping this is functioning correctly. Lift spader, turn off spader, no other commands that we need to pay attention to, no. This should be acting as a plough and ploughing up this land for us. It's not actually generating any extra stones I can see, which is interesting. However, I am wondering if it's actually doing the job of being a plough. Because it kind of doesn't look like it is. Because this still says that it needs ploughing. Yeah, even though we're going over it with this thing, it still says it needs ploughing. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's turn this off for a second. Maybe it's something to do with this roller that we've got on the back of it. Yeah, where do we put our toolbox? It's around here somewhere. I think we popped it in the back of the shed. Did we? Where did we put it? I know it's around here somewhere. Ah, here it is, yes. It was obscured by the Volvo and I'm stuck. Not gone well. Okay, let's take this with us. Let's hop over this way. There we go. Now, maybe we need to take this thing off the back. Set it back to the base design. And see if that makes any difference. Shouldn't do, but you never know with these things. They can be a little peculiar sometimes. It doesn't have any... doesn't give us any other options. And that is, of course, not changing anything. I have a feeling, again, if we check the map, yeah, it's not actually changed the ground texture, or the ground state at all. Now, that could be because we've hit it with the, what do you call that thing? I'm lost for words now. What's it called? The forestry mulcher. It might be it's had the same ground texture as that, so it's not actually done anything to this ground. So what we may have to do is look at getting fertilizer and a lime spreader. So let's have a... I don't think anything else is on sale. No, it's not. Let's have a quick look in the fertilizer spreaders and see what's floating around. There they are. Because essentially we just want something similar to this, not too massive. I say not too massive, that's got a 42 metre spread width. But we cannot afford 25 grand at the moment. Although we could potentially lease it. Oh, here's a Kubota, a couple of Kubota ones that are a bit smaller. Well, I say a bit smaller, a bit cheaper, definitely cheaper. So something like that might be an option. What else have we got? We've got the Kuhn, good old K-brand, a Cavernaland. Yeah, we've got some potential alternatives that we can pick up and get going on the back of this thing. An old Roush, that's not too bad. Extensions, design. Got a fantastic choice of red. Yeah, so it looks like there is a little something that we could maybe pick up and use that is not terrible and kind of fits the bill for what we're doing. Don't need anything quite like that. This one is pretty much the same as the Roush. 1,000 litres. Not any John Deere colours, but it's got some colour options, so we could mix and match a little bit. Maybe do something with that one, or one of these ones as well. So yeah, we've got some options. So it looks like we may have to consider doing something like that. Change the ground state, and then see about hitting it with that spader to give it a good solid going over. But for now, I'm going to turn this tractor off and get my flashlight out because it's getting quite dark. and we are going to head off to bed. So yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please do give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, it would be wonderful if you would give that subscribe button a gentle push, or a little tickle of some sort. Comments are always welcomed, and if you would like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And on that note, I shall hopefully see you all next time as we continue on making this farm on top of the hill in the middle of a forest. Cheerio, everyone.